All right, 11:05 is our Algebra 1 PACE, and we're going to talk about a quick lesson here on pages 11 through 14, solving for x. This time, instead of doing the square root of both sides and being able to solve for x, we have to actually factor a trinomial. And they give a few examples, and make sure you study those examples. I'm going to give you two different problems, and again, I'll only set them up for you and let you finish them on your own, okay? So here I'm going to bring the 60 to the left equals 0, and then I need to find two numbers that multiplied together will give me 60, and when I add them together, I'll get positive 7. So, of course, my first guess is 6 times 10, but I can't get 7 out of that. 20 and 3, that's another guess, but I can't think of a way that I can get 7 out of 20 and 3. Is 60 divisible by 5? 5 and 12 equals 60, and I think out of 12 and 5 I can get 7. Yay! And then because I need this to be positive 7, I remember to do positive 12 and negative 5. Now, if two things being multiplied together equals 0, what does that tell us about either the A or the B? In order for the answer to be 0, either A has to equal 0, right? Does that make sense? Because 0 times anything is 0. Or, if A is a number, B would have to be a 0. But I can't have two real numbers that multiplied together equal 0 unless one of those two numbers equals 0. So here I have two things, they're parentheses, okay, two quantities being multiplied together, but they equal 0. So what that tells me is that either x minus 5 equals 0 or x plus 12 equals 0. Does that make sense? Okay. So what number can I plug in for x here so that this quantity becomes 0? Well, I mean, you could go through the pre-algebra step here of adding 5 to both sides. But basically it's negative 5. So 5 minus 5 equals 0. So we could say x equals 5. Or x equals, take the 12 to the other side, x equals negative 12. So either one of those would make this problem work. So we say that we solved for x. We have the two solutions for x. Okay? Now this one up here is similar to one that you have in your homework on page 14, I think it is. And let's just talk about the first step and get you started, and then I'll let you finish it. So we need to get rid of the denominator by multiplying through everything by 2. So it's like distributive property times everything. So 2 here will cancel, and I'll get a squared. 2 will cancel against that, and I'll get 7a, and then over here I get negative 12. Now I bring that to the left. A squared plus 7a plus 12 equals 0. Now, you need to figure out, and I'm not going to go any further, I'll let you do this. You're going to come up with two numbers that multiplied together equal 12, and when you add them together you get 7. And then you're not done. You have to go further and say, once you know what that quantity is, what does A equal here? And what does A equal here? So you're going to get two numbers, two values for the variable on these types of problems. So hopefully that helps you, and we'll jump back and deal with some more in a minute.